Have you ever asked these questions? Does God exist? Who created God? Did God create the universe, or has the universe always existed? If you've asked any of those questions, you are in the right place. I will share one reason why it makes sense that God exists from an argument called the Kalam Cosmological Argument, which was made popular by William Lane Craig. So here's the Kalam Cosmological Argument. Premise 1, whatever begins to exist has a cause. Premise 2, the universe began to exist. Premise 3, therefore the universe has a cause. Let's look at premise 1. Whatever begins to exist has a cause. Things just do not pop into existence out of nothing uncaused. We do not have to worry that one day at school or at work a random animal is going to appear out of nowhere sitting on our desk. My challenge is to find one thing that comes into existence without a cause. If we walked into a room and saw a ball in the middle of that room, we would have to ask, who put that ball there? We would also have to ask, who put the room there? If there is no God, no creator, that brings up some serious presuppositions. For example, Quinton Smith in his book, Theism, Atheism, and the Big Bang Cosmology wrote, the most reasonable belief is that we came from nothing, by nothing, and for nothing. Once again, a top atheist communicated, and most atheists today agree with this sentiment. The most reasonable belief is that we came from nothing, by nothing, and for nothing. But experience tells us that everything that begins to exist has a cause. Even the famous skeptic David Hume wrote, I never asserted, so assert a proposition as that anything might arise without a cause. So whatever begins to exist has a cause. Let's move on to premise 2. The universe began to exist. For many years, scientists believed that the universe was eternal. But over time, with the advancement in technology and science, scientists now believe the universe had a definite beginning. Robert Jastrow, former atheist and founder and former director of the NASA's Goddard Institute for Space Studies, said this about the beginning of the universe. Now, 3 lines of evidence, the motions of the galaxies, the laws of thermodynamics, and the life story of the stars pointed to one conclusion. All indicated that the universe had a beginning. The Bible puts it this way in Genesis 1. God created the heavens and the earth. If something does not come from nothing and the universe, a something, had a beginning, that is, came from something, we are driven to one conclusion. The universe had a cause. Premise 1, whatever begins to exist has a cause. Premise 2, the universe began to exist. And then the conclusion follows, therefore the universe has a cause. Even atheist Kai Nielsen says, suppose you suddenly hear a loud bang and you ask me, what made that bang? And I reply, nothing. It just happened. You would not accept that. The metaphysical principle, out of nothing, nothing comes, is true and supports the conclusion of this argument. So, what type of cause created the universe? Well, the cause must be uncaused, changeless, timeless, and an immaterial being. Must be uncaused because there cannot be an infinite regress of causes. There must be an absolute first uncaused cause. Must be changeless and timeless because it created time and space. And because it created time and space, it must be immaterial and not physical. This being, it follows, has always existed. And this is difficult for us to understand because we as humans have a beginning and we have an end. However, God has always existed. He has no beginning and has no end. God is outside of space and time and can enter into it anytime he wills. If we could figure out everything about God, he would cease to be God. The creator, it would make sense, is also personal. This being decided to create the universe, and as we see in Scripture, be in relationship with the creation. And God invites all of us to himself. As we draw near to God, he draws near to us. For more content like this and to stay up to date with our family's journey, be sure to like and subscribe.